Hey everybody, Ben here, back in the game room. It's Friday after work. Thought I'd record a little bit of video for you, give you some more updates on where things are at. This is the first video I did after Too Many Games Game Swap, which was a lot of fun. Thanks again if you saw me at the con, said hi, did a trade with me, whatever. The last video is still up if anyone's interested in checking that out. For this video, I wanted to show some other things that I've done recently. A lot of trades. I think there were 2 online trades and 1 a trade with a friend locally. I actually did visit yard sales and Fleas last weekend, so I have some pickups there. And just some assorted random stuff that I thought I'd share. The last video was going so long, I just could not put the stuff in it, so I figured I'd do a totally new video just to go over this stuff. Again, if you're liking the videos, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. The likes help the channel get seen by other people and makes the community bigger. Comments help me know what to record in the future, answer any questions for you. And of course, subscriptions go towards our subscription goal. Right now, as of the time I'm recording this, we're at 714 subscribers. Trying to get to 1,000. We're on a good pace. We'll get there. Thanks for all the support. Anyway, that's it. I'm just going to go straight to the pickups. So, see you in a minute. All right, so it was a really busy weekend last weekend, and last week in general was really busy. And then, of course, my job this week just got me super busy this following week. So, while we haven't really done any pickups during the week, we have been keeping busy on eBay selling stuff. More stuff's coming in too, so I'll certainly have some more content for you guys shortly. A lot of interesting stuff is happening that I'm excited to share. But last weekend, aside from Too Many Games Game Swap, made a lot of trades. Things sort of came in all at once. Did some yard sale stuff. I thought I'd go over it. Before I get into the video game stuff, I heard in the past you guys want to understand about other things that I pick up at yard sales. One really interesting thing happened. So I paid $1 each for Sony Walkmans, just AM, FM radio Walkmans with little headphones on them. I bought them for $1 each. I sold one of them for 22 bucks and another for 20 bucks. Weird little electronic stuff like that sometimes can be pretty good if you're looking to flip stuff, make a little extra cash, especially if you're going to yard sales and you're not finding anything games-wise. Keep your eyes out for little things that maybe you can turn into a few extra bucks or things around the house. You got to find a way to make these little visits worth it. So that was one thing I want to mention. In terms of the other pickups this week, we did really well. I mean, I was only out for about 2 hours doing fleas and yard sales last weekend. I think I spent like 60 bucks maybe, and got a whole bunch of things. Some stuff for the collection and some stuff for trade. Really a lot of stuff for trade. Yeah, we did really well. So let's get into it. So the first place I stopped, there was a community yard sale in probably a little more affluent area, not far from me, higher end stuff, nice houses, a little bit in the country. I happened to spot it on the road and I stopped by there. I didn't find a whole lot of games from a whole lot of people, but there was one person selling stuff, and I paid $6.50 for all of these things. So first, for $2 each, I got a Xbox 360 controller and a Wiimote with Wiimotion Plus. These are just going to go straight for trade or sale. So let me know if you're interested in those. I mean, I pick them up all the time, primarily to trade, and those are in good shape. I'm sure they work, but I'll test them anyway. And then they were offering games for 50 cents each, or 5 for $2. I ended up getting 6, so I paid $2.50. So in total, $6.50. I got Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, another one that I actually already have that I'll trade. GoldenEye Rogue Agent, pretty sure I have this one already. Battlefront 2, I always pick this one up, especially for 50 cents or less. Lethal Skies 2, I think this is a air flight, combat game. I'll probably keep this one. Burnout 2, I actually had loose, and this is I think it's just box, there's no manual, but whatever, I'll keep it because I wanted it in the box. And then Burnout Revenge, which I'm not sure if I have or not, but either way, good pickup there for less than 50 cents. So that was $6.50 for all that stuff. Probably worth maybe close to 6 games, maybe worth maybe $5 to $10 each, and a couple of controllers. It's maybe worth like $60, $70, and all is said and done. So really good there, and I'll get a couple things for trade out of it too. The next thing I'll show, I'll just go to a trade real quick. So my buddy Jared, we trade all the time. I'm always looking out for stuff for him and vice versa. I can't even remember all the specific stuff I traded him. A lot of PS1 games from the previous lot. Nothing too crazy. There might have been one higher end thing. I don't quite recall. I'll show some pictures of what I have. I probably should have done more with that. But in exchange, I got some games that I could use for the collection. 2 PS2 games, both light gun shooter games, which I'm trying to get more into. Time Crisis 2 on PS2, definitely one I wanted to have for the collection, and Ninja Assault on PS2. Both are supposed to be pretty good games. I do have a light gun, so happy to add them to the collection. And then I also got, I believe, 5, or maybe, if I did misplace it, maybe another Master System game. So I got Space Harrier 3D, Maze Hunter 3D, Zaxxon 3D, Outrun, which I actually had just the loose cart, so now I have a box copy, and Space Harrier. So we'll create a couple of doubles out of our loose games there, but overall some pretty good stuff for the collection, and I gave up things I didn't quite need. The next thing I'll show, and excuse me just one sec while we dig into it, this pickup was maybe the best value pickup I've made all week. Facebook Marketplace, a guy was selling games, complete in box Sega Genesis games for 50 cents each, some big box PC stuff, and a copy of Grand Theft Auto 3. He wanted $5 for all the stuff. Somebody went by and picked up like 2 of the Genesis games, but not the rest, which I don't even understand. Like, I'll be straight up with you. If someone's offering you complete in box Genesis games for 50 cents, I don't care what game it is, you should buy it for 50 cents. I don't understand why people are selectively picking stuff, but their loss is my game. So I don't have it here right now. One of the games was Grand Theft Auto 3 on the PS2, nothing special, but good trade bait. The 5 Genesis games I picked up, again, 50 cents each. FIFA Soccer 95, Winter Olympic Games. I mean, none of this is too crazy. Nigel Mansell IndyCar, PGA Tour Golf 2, which I believe is a double for me, and World Series Baseball, which I know is a double for me. A couple of these will go in the trade pile. I might reuse some of the cases, clamshells. I'm not really sure. Whoops. And I'm knocking them all over the place, but since they're in clamshells, they're in perfectly good condition, so you don't have to worry a thing about it. Along with that, I also got big box copies of Tribes 2 and Dark Age of Camelot. I have no interest in these other than to trade them, so I will try and move them on. Overall, for all of these things, I spent $3. So, like, $3 for this stuff I just think is a no-brainer. I don't care if it's not super special stuff. Between the trades and a few things I keep for myself, I mean, you can't beat that. Another yard sale pickup, or I'm sorry, this is a flea market pickup I got from the flea market near me. Lady had games, I think she was asking $3 each. I paid 2 for 5. Both are for trade. One is the Smurfs 2 on PS3, which may be a $10 game or so. And then the other one, which really caught my eye and is worth a little bit more, is Rambo the video game, just the disc. I believe this is maybe in the $30 to $40 range, just disc alone. And so I got both of those for $5. Those are going to go for trade. I have no interest in the Rambo game, but we can make a little bit of money on it, so I am interested in that. Another pickup at the flea market. I hope I have all the things here for it. I may be missing something. I'm not totally sure. Whatever, I'm not going to worry about it. I spent $50 with this vendor. I went up to him. Guy was definitely selling all sorts of stuff, not just video games, but like toys and Pokemon cards and things like that. And I started looking through things, and the things were pretty reasonably priced for a reseller. And the guy seemed highly motivated. He wanted to bundle stuff up. He wanted to make a deal. So I just started picking stuff out. For all of these things, I paid $50. And normally more than I'd like to spend at a flea, but you'll see why I did it. The first item was a memory card plus. This is for the Sega Saturn. And I believe this will allow you to play imports on it and also be a memory card for extra RAM and maybe to save games. That was kind of like a toss-in. And that might be worth like $20 to $30. God of War Origins Collection, which I did not actually have physically. That's the 2 PSP games. 2 DS games. I actually both have already. Mario Golf World Tour, which is maybe a $20 game. And Mario Kart 7, maybe a $10 game. These were the big hitters and the reason I did the deal. Mario Party 9, complete in box. I've got it already, but this is great for trade / resale. Again, it has 30 on it, but I paid 50 for all of these together, so I got it at a much better price. And then finally, probably the most expensive game of all is a disc-only copy of Asura's Wrath on PS3. I have this complete in box, so this will go for trade. But for $50, it was a no-brainer. There might have been something else with it, too. I'm not really sure. If I remember, I'll put an edit in the video. I feel like there was something here that is missing from that pickup, and I just maybe have misplaced it. So that was it for the yard sales and fleas last weekend. Overall, a pretty good weekend. I mean, especially because I wasn't out that long, and I didn't spend all that much, and we probably brought in $300 or $400 worth of stuff that we can trade or resell or keep. Real quick, last two trades, both with people on the internet. First is with someone who's now a viewer. Thank you to Devin. I traded him a Sega Genesis Model 2 with maybe a couple common games, as well as a 3DS copy of Shin Megami Tensei 4 that was an extra for me. In exchange, I got some games that are a little bit more for the personal collection, and happy to have gotten them. The first one is, I'm just going to leave it in the case and maybe hold it up to the camera a little bit. Final Fantasy 4, just on DS, just the cart. Looking for the case on this if you happen to have it. Would love to complete it. Class of Heroes on the PSP, a game I did not have yet. Coldcept Saga. I think this is like a weird card battling game, anime looking. I didn't have it on Xbox 360, and I'm trying to get more of the hard-to-find 360 games. And then 3 PS2 games. We've got Dot Hack These are all complete. Dot Hack Infection Part 1, if I can get that out of my mouth. Dot Hack Mutation Part 2. You know, those are based on an anime, and they're kind of interesting games. And then Dot Hack GU Volume 1 Rebirth. So all that cost me a Model 2 Sega Genesis, which I had and I was willing to get rid of, and Shin Megami Tensei 4. Both really good games. Both really good things. I just didn't really need them, and we got some stuff. These are all going into the collection, so I'm really happy about that. The last trade I made was with another YouTuber again. This channel you may be familiar with already. I'll shout him out anyway. The channel is called Collector's Luck. Jordan and I, have made a trade before in the past. He's a really nice guy. We talk on Instagram quite a bit about collecting and stuff like that. Very easy to talk to and deal with. Go check out his channel if you want. He saw on the PS1 video recently that I picked up an extra copy of Parappa the Rapper, which is a hard-to-find game. He needed it complete, so I was willing to trade it to him, especially because he's a pal. And in exchange, I got some N64 stuff. I also traded him a couple common PS1 games. I'll put a picture up just so you see the whole thing. I believe Inspector Gadget was one of them, and maybe M&M's something or other, and I'm forgetting what the last one is. Nothing too crazy. The Parappa was obviously the big draw. He had made a big N64 pickup, and I took a few N64 games that I didn't have for the collection. So I got Space Station Silicon Valley, Tonic Trouble, Hydro Thunder, which I was surprised at how expensive this game has become. On N64, that is. And Micro Machines 64 Turbo. All of that was for the Parappa and the other games. It was probably about an even trade. And of course, he's a pal, so I wanted to make sure he got something that he wanted. That's it for all the other pickups. I couldn't really fit them in the other video about too many games, and I wanted to put something together real quick for you on Friday. Thanks so much for watching. If you're enjoying these videos, please make sure to reach out to me. If you got any questions, I'll put my Instagram stuff up here as well as in the description. Hit me up on Instagram if you want to talk about trades for doubles or things you're not looking to keep anymore. I'm trying to do trades all the time, both locally and across the country. Make sure to like the video if you're enjoying the content. Leave a comment with any questions or thoughts. Of course, subscribe. Again, most of the people who watch the channel are actually not subscribed. I think last I checked, it was like 60 to 70% of the people who watch are not subscribed. So if you've gotten to this point and you're not subscribed, please do me a personal favor and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. That's it, really. Have a good day. Be safe. Have a great Independence Day if you're here in America. And take care. Bye-bye.